Huh? What? Did I dress on purpose to match the bike? Maybe. So what? My wife dresses me. Let's get into the review. This is the Yozma IN10. In this episode, we're going to cover it from nuts to butt, front to back. We're going to cover the wheel size. We're going to cover the suspension. We're going to cover the motor, the battery, and the controller. We're also going to do a speed test, and I'm going to get my 9-year-old out here so he can ride it and we can get his first impressions. Starting from the front, guys, it is similar or very much the same to a Tudio. A lot of you are familiar with the Tudio Soleil 01. It is a 12-inch rear and a 14-inch front. Same exact wheels, if I had to guess. The brakes are pit bike brakes, hydraulic brakes from the factory. They stop good. That's what brakes do, and I like that. The forks on this bike are different. So they come with black forks, but I sell forks on my website, the watch shop, voltronwatch.com, in a variety of colors. And I thought the red looked really good, kind of like Honda colors. But anyway, the forks on this bike are a 630 millimeter from top to bottom. And the black forks come stock on the bike, and they're perfectly adequate. These are just factory replacements, and they look cool. One thing that this bike comes with that the Tudio doesn't, I know a lot of you are familiar with the Tudio, it comes with a headlight, and it has a button right here on the handlebars, and it actually works really well. It puts off a lot of light for what it is. It's a light, and that's its job, and it does a good job. The way that this light goes on, it just comes with a connection, and the connection is already built into the wiring harness, which is existing on the bike. When you unbox it, you plug it in, and you got a working light. No wiring, no soldering, no clips, nothing. It's just easy peasy, 1, 2, and you're done. Now the handlebars, you won't find this on anybody else's review, but be careful if you guys want to order replacement handlebars. The handlebars are not standard 22 millimeter handlebars. At the base here, it's 28 millimeters, and as it comes out to the grips and to the controls, it tapers down to a 22 millimeter. So be careful if you're buying handlebars or you're buying clamps. The diameter of the handlebar at the center is different than 22 millimeters. It's 28 millimeters. The kind of information you come to this channel for. I got you. Okay, so let's talk about the motor, the battery, and the controller real quick. We're gonna cut into the garage. I'm gonna show you what these components look like up close. This is the Yozma battery right here. This is a Tudio battery. As you can see, the batteries are very, very similar in shape, but the Yozma battery is taller. This battery will not fit in a Tudio. The Tudio battery will fit in the Yozma dirt bike. If you look here too, the connections for the controller is the same also. You see here, Yozma battery coming over here. This is the Tudio battery, same. But one thing to be aware of, the charging connection on either of these batteries is different. This is I guess you could call this like an XLR type connection. You might find these on your Razors and things like that. This one is the Tudio connection, a little bit different charging method. But just to give you guys a perception of the size of the batteries between the Yozma and the Tudio. The Yozma battery is 23.4 amp hours to where the Tudio battery is 20.8 amp hours. Far driver. So 70 amps battery, 240 phase, battery rated voltage, 48 volts. So those of you that are asking if you can upgrade the battery in here without upgrading the controller, I'm gonna say the answer is no. And not unless you're trying to just upgrade your 48 volt battery. This controller looks like it can only take 48 volts. So if you wanna go faster, you're gonna need to replace the controller and probably more than likely the motor. So the motor cover comes right off. It's just held onto the frame by these push pins right here. It goes into the rubber grommets. But I want to give you guys a close-up of the motor. If you guys are familiar with the Tudio motor, it's square. It's a big square. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the design. This is the design of the Yozma motor. And you see here, it has a chain tensioner built in, or a wheel here that the chain can rub on. It's a rubber wheel. It doesn't provide tension, if you could say, because it doesn't adjust, but it does offer some cushion for the chain as it comes into the motor. But that's the motor. Pretty simple. Coming in from the back. Almost kind of looks like an RTR motor a little bit with the fins, but I don't think they're the same. That's for sure. All right, let's get it back together. So this is the Tudio battery in here, and this is the bracket that holds the battery in. It almost looks like Yozma was planning or is planning on expanding the battery sizes by just taking this bracket, depending on your battery size, and adjusting the bracket hold down you know, in place depending on the battery size that you have. This is the 2DO battery, like I said, like it fits in here. It doesn't fit perfectly. This bracket doesn't touch it, but it fits. But looking at this bracket, it looks like this bracket can slide on this frame to accommodate several different sizes of batteries. Maybe something's coming in the future for this brand. Who knows?
All right, now that you've seen the controller, you're probably wondering, well, Kyle, is it tunable? And the answer to that is yes. You can go to Econic Cycles and get a little dongle. You can plug it into the controller, download the app from the App Store for your applicable phone. I'll put a screenshot of it right here. That will allow you to access the settings for the bike. You can go in there and you can change the settings and the parameters. Beware though, if you're going to tune your bike for more speed, more top speed, or more torque, you're going to sacrifice range. So just be careful when you're doing that, or be cognizant that you're not gonna get as much range if you tune this thing for maximum speed. Moving on to the back of the bike, guys, the rear shock is not adjustable. It is about 9.5 inches from eye to eye, which is a little bit shorter than the 2DO shock. Even though the wheel size is the same as the 2DO, the forks are the same as the 2DO, the seat height is not as tall as the 2DO. And in an upcoming video, I'll compare this to a 2DO, to a Valtensu, to an RTR, just so you guys have an idea of size, price, performance, and what you get based on the money that you are spending on a bike for your kid or your family or yourself. The chain on here is a 420 chain, very, very common size chain. You're never gonna break this chain on 48 volts. You would have to have 100,000 horsepower to break this chain. So don't worry about breaking the chain. You do need to lube your chain, but you're never gonna wear that chain out. And if you do wear it out, then they're super easy. You can find them on the Amazons for about 15, 20 bucks. Raising the seat and getting the battery out is super simple. Let's flip the bike around here for you guys real quick. So, oh, and by the way, if you guys want a gas is ass keychain here, I got them on the website, voltronwatch.com. I mean, why wouldn't you want one? You gotta have one of these for every single one of your electric bikes. Gas is ass, obviously. The key just goes into the side here, boom, turn the key. The whole seat lifts up, just like that. Now you have access to your battery, your controller, your connections, and you have a space in here where you can put a toolbox or a can of Fix-A-Flat or whatever. It's pretty spacious under here, to be honest with you. Okay, that's everything I want to show you from the outside. Let's take a look real quick at the bars, the grips, and the display, and then after that, we'll get it on the trail, we'll do the speed test, and we'll get my kid on here to see what he thinks. Let's go. All right, so here we go. This is what the cockpit looks like. We have a DOT brake here on the left and the right, and what I mean by DOT is it takes DOT brake fluid. It does not take a mineral oil like some of your brakes on the mountain bikes. Your display here has a couple colors, about 3 or 4 colors. You got a battery indicator, you have your assist mode, or you have your power mode up to 3, 3, 2, 1 to 0, 1, 2, 3. And then you can toggle here between your miles. You got your odometer on the current ride, and then you have your voltage also on the display. Pretty nice display, basic, but that's what I like. You don't need a whole bunch of information, but this is the information you need, and this is the stuff you should be caring about. This is your headlight here. Just hit that button. Like I said earlier, it's plug and play. You don't do anything, just plug it in. The back of the headlight, it's a nice headlight. It's adjustable. You can put it where you want, find out where you want it, and put it there. Moving over here, these are the bars. As you can see, they're wider here, 28 millimeters. You see the taper to 22 millimeters. So be careful if you're buying replacement bars, you're getting this type of handlebar. The throttle here is a Sur-On-ish kind of throttle. It looks like a Sur-On throttle. Very, very, very popular throttle in the e-bike and the electric dirt bike market today. One thing I did not touch on real quick while I'm thinking about it, charge the bike from outside of the bike. This is similar to where the RTR charges. You can also charge this battery outside of the bike. So you can charge it in the bike, or you can charge it outside of the bike if you want to take the battery somewhere else and charge it away. Anyway, let's get on the trail. Let's go do the speed test. Enough blabbing, let's go. Okay, so we got 33 miles an hour on the phone GPS. The bike was showing 37 miles per hour. That's pretty typical of an e-bike or a scooter or something like that to read higher than actual. The phone, 33, the bike, 37. Let's keep going with the review. All right, guys, let's rip this thing on some trails. This is where this bike was made to be, probably either here or in your neighborhood on the sidewalks, but here we are. Woo! It does want a wheelie. It does want a wheelie. It's got some pep, boy. If you're not careful, this thing will throw you off the back. If you get a little tug, oh yeah, it wants to rise up. Don't sleep on 48 volts. Don't sleep on it. It's still 48 volts will still throw you on your ass. I don't know if I would want anything faster than this going through here. This is about the perfect speed for the trails and the terrain that I have here. Otherwise, I'd end up in a tree. I wouldn't be making videos because I'd be in a hospital bed with a broken neck. Rear shock feels good. Rear shock feels good. Brakes feel good. The seat feels good. Now, one thing I will tell you, if you've never seen any video of mine before, I will complain about the seat. That's the first thing I'm going to complain about. This seat feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. Especially for an adult. Yeah, I like it. Let's keep going. They feel about like a Tudio brake. If you're familiar with the Tudios. Pretty standard pit bike brake. Throttle response is pretty good for a 200-pound person on here. Chain's a little loud. That's normal though for this type of bike. Little jump. Whoa, here we go. Rear end coming out. Get loose, baby. See? Woo. Boston through here. Hell yeah. Woo. That'll do. That will do. $1,300 at the time of recording this. Well done. Well done. Behind me, we're going to do a hill climb challenge on the 48 volt Yozma IN10. This hill is pretty big. I always say in my videos, cameras do not do hills justice. I'm 200 pounds, pure granite. If this bike can make it up that hill with me on it, I'm sure it can make it up just about any hill with your kid on it. Let's go. All right, here we go. Mode 3, obviously. Why not? Here we go. 0. Whoa! A little wheelie there. All right, let's cut this hill, baby. Not only is this hill steep, it's pretty rugged. A little struggle there, but okay, clean. Oh, yeah, all day. Look how high we are now. Yeah. Yep. Crushed it. Crushed it. All right, guys, so by now, you've watched the video, you're probably wondering, well, is it better than a Tudio? Is it better than a Voltron? Is it better than the Throne bikes? And to be honest with you, I don't know. The bike is too new. The Tudio's been around for a while. Let's just hold off on answering that question for about 6 months. And let's get some miles on these things. Let's see how they wear. Let's see how they break down. And then let's do a 6-month review where I compare this towards an RTR, again, in wear and tear type items. And we'll compare it towards a Tudio. We'll compare it against the Voltron. But what I want to iterate, guys, is just stay tuned. I have a ton more content coming up on these little pit bikes. This is where the market's going. These things are becoming very, very, very popular if you haven't already noticed. If you're buying it, you're buying it for your kids, I hope you found value in the channel and the episode. Be sure to like and subscribe. It takes a ton of time to put these videos together, but I love it. I love you. Thanks for being here. Later. I'm okay. I don't know. Oh, God. Ooh, I just learned about a new feature. Look at this. This is totally unscripted, by the way. This tail section right here has a cutout on both sides. When I high-ended it or I looped it, this tail section was folded up, but being that it's cut right here, it did not break the fender. It just flexed. Good as new. Well, that's a feature, not a flaw. That's awesome. That's awesome. But I'm okay. Seriously, I'm okay. Let's keep going. Almost ate it again. Damn, get back here, boys. Golly. Whew. All right. Okay, how about this? How about this? How about we go charge it and I let my son ride it? Because I think I've had enough. All right, so you got some time on the Yozma. What do you think about it so far? Is it fast enough for you?
It's pretty fast.
And how old are you? Just so the audience knows, how old are you?
9.
You're 9 years old. All right, and then the seat height for it was just about right for your age, right?
Yeah,
you could touch flat-footed,
Yeah, it was just like that one.
kind of like the RTR.
Yeah,
I think the RTR is a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Has taller suspension. And then what about the acceleration of the bike? Was it fast enough for you?
It's pretty
On
fast.
modes, all the modes. Mode 3 obviously is the fastest.
Yeah.
Mode 3 is fast enough?
Yeah.
So I think it goes about 35 miles an hour with me on it. So probably a little bit faster with you on it.
Yeah.
Right. And what do you think about this towards like a Tudio? About the same?
Faster.
You think it's faster than a Tudio?
Well, depends on like, have you tuned it? Is it tuned
Well, yeah.
up?
If you're gonna tune it, then it's obviously gonna be faster.
Yeah.
But we can tune this too.
Yeah. You can?
Yeah.
Can you make it faster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You think I should make a video on this and how to make it faster?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
With you were out there hitting some jumps,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're obviously a better rider than me. You totally are.
Maybe.
What would you say that the suspension for your weight is adequate on this bike for your riding style
Yeah,
and size?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's good enough
It's good.
for 1,300 bucks. It's a good bike. Good buy.
1,300.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. All right, you ready to close this down?
Yes.
All right, thanks for being here, buddy. High five. Later.